Hello everyone. In this video we'll discuss about one of the only numerical segment in the hydrogen and its compounds chapter. So the concept of strength of hydrogen peroxide. So the strength of hydrogen peroxide, right? We'll try to understand what do we mean by the strength of hydrogen peroxide. But as I said, this is the only area where we'll get numerical questions. When we talk about strength of hydrogen peroxide, right? We will define the strength in mainly two ways. Okay, one is what we call as the percentage weight by volume. So this is one way of defining the strength of hydrogen peroxide. So what do you mean by percentage weight by volume? It basically represents what is the weight of that actual hydrogen peroxide in the total volume of the solution. It will represent, what is the actual weight of the hydrogen peroxide in the total volume of the solution. So if you say 40% weight by volume, it means what? If you take 100 ml of that solution, because percentage means what? Out of 100, because this is a mixed concentration term. Remember, in basic concepts of chemistry chapter, right, this weight by volume we'll call it as what? Mixed concentration term. Generally we'll have what? Weight by weight percentage or volume by volume percentage. Weight by volume means what? It is a mixed concentration term. Okay, so if you say 40% weight by volume means what? You take 100 ml of that solution, it will be containing 40 grams of hydrogen peroxide or H2O2. So this is what we call as the percentage weight by volume of the H2O2 solution. This is one way of defining the strength of the H2O2 solutions. Okay, the other way is by using the method of volume strength. What is the second method of defining the strength of H2O2? It is by using the concept of volume strength. What is this volume strength? Volume strength, right, is a more common method of expressing the concentration of hydrogen peroxide. And how is this term actually defined? It is defined by using the volume of oxygen which this solution of hydrogen peroxide can give on decomposition. We know that H2O2 as such is what? Unstable. Even by mere heating, right, what is going to happen? It will decompose. Like, look at this reaction. 2 moles of H2O2 on decomposition will give us what? So here we have 2 moles, means it will give us 1 mole of the oxygen gas on complete decomposition. Okay, now we use this idea. What is the idea we are going to use? How much volume of oxygen is produced from a given amount of hydrogen peroxide. That is the basic concept that is involved in defining the volume strength. But we look at what is the actual definition. If you say 10 volume hydrogen peroxide, generally whenever we look at the volume strength values, right, they will say either 10 volume hydrogen peroxide, 20 volume hydrogen peroxide, 5 volume hydrogen peroxide, like that they'll mention. What do you mean by 10 volume hydrogen peroxide? It basically means if you take a solution of hydrogen peroxide, because hydrogen peroxide will be what? It will be in the liquid state. You take a solution of hydrogen peroxide which is 1 liter, you take 1 liter here, then you are going to get on complete decomposition, because the 1 liter solution will contain the hydrogen peroxide and also the solvent, both will be there. You take that 1 liter solution of that hydrogen peroxide liquid, you decompose this completely. Decomposing means only the hydrogen peroxide will be decomposed. Solvent in that will not be decomposed. Solvent, let us say, is water. The water is not going to get decomposed, right? Only the hydrogen peroxide part is going to get decomposed. When this hydrogen peroxide present in that 1 liter is getting decomposed, if say for example it is giving us 10 liters of oxygen gas at STP conditions, standard temperature and pressure conditions, then we will say what? This particular hydrogen peroxide which is in our hands is what? 10 volume strength. If imagine we take 1 liter of some other hydrogen peroxide solution, on complete decomposition it is giving 20 liters of oxygen gas at STP. Some other sample is giving us what? It is giving us 20 liters of oxygen gas at STP. Because here, the oxygen gas, it will be in the gaseous state. That is why, you know, we are talking about the temperature and pressure conditions when we are talking about the volume. Okay, so this we will be calling it as what? 20 volume strength. This we will be calling it as what? 20 volume strength H2O2. The previous one we will be calling it as what? 10 volume strength H2O2, like that. So the volume strength is based on the idea that H2O2 will decompose. On simple heating also it will decompose. So how much amount of oxygen we are getting? That is the basic concept. Okay, so if you say 10 volume of hydrogen peroxide means what? You take 1 liter of that given hydrogen peroxide solution, on the complete decomposition of the H2O2 present in that, we are going to get what? 10 liters of the oxygen gas at STP conditions, like that. Okay, now here what is it that we will be expecting in terms of numericals? In terms of numericals, right, they will be asking us the conversions. What they will be asking us? They will be asking us the conversions. Normally itself, right, whenever we have a solution, we can talk about the molarity of the solution or the normality of the solution. These are common concentration terms, right? We can talk about the molarity or normality. So they will frame questions on converting this molarity or normality into this volume strength, or converting that percentage weight by volume is there, no, that converting into volume strength, because as we said, volume strength is one of the most common measurements for indicating the strength of H2O2 solution. So we'll have conversion problems. How do you convert molarity or normality into volume strength? How do you convert percentage weight by volume into volume strength? Okay, so we are going to see how we will do the conversion. So we'll do one by one. So first let us focus on how are we going to convert the molarity into volume strength. That is why what we are saying, finding the volume strength when we know the molarity. Finding volume strength when we know the molarity. Okay, so once we do the derivations, we are just going to have some final result. And if we remember that result, right, we will be able to answer any question, whether it is the JEE or NEET, whatever the examination, we can answer the questions based upon the final results. But we will try to understand how the results are coming. So we don't want to generally mug up the formula. We want to look at how the formula is coming. Okay, so for all these derivations or conversions, right, we will be beginning with the base decomposition reaction. What is it? 2 moles of H2O2 will decompose to give us what? 2 moles of water. Water anyway we are not focusing here. 1 mole of oxygen gas. So we have to focus on these two. 2 moles is giving us what? 1 mole of oxygen gas. So here we are trying to convert what? Molarity into volume strength. So initially itself we will say M. Generally what is capital M representing? Capital M represents the molarity, right? Capital M represents what? Molarity. What is molarity? What is molarity? Number of moles of the solute divided by volume of solution in liter. Correct. So if I say M is the molarity, right, it means what? If you take 1 liter of solution, how many moles of H2O2 is present in that? M moles of H2O2 is present in that. Correct. That is how we will read the molarity term, right? Okay, now we will proceed. So look at it. As per the decomposition reaction, 2 moles of H2O2 will give us what? 1 mole of O2. Okay, now we are trying to understand what is the volume of the oxygen gas produced at STP, right? 1 mole of O2 means what? It is molar quantity. At STP conditions, standard temperature and pressure, any gas 1 mole will occupy how much volume? 22.4 liters. This is what we call as molar volume of the gas at STP. So 2 moles of H2O2 is giving us what on decomposition? It will give us 22.4 liters of oxygen gas at STP. Okay, so this we are just getting based on the molar volume concept. I am not doing the derivation here. Okay, we will do it already in the basic concepts of chemistry. 1 mole of any gas at STP conditions occupies how much volume? 22.4 liters. Okay, now here you take 1 liter. No, we have to take 1 liter of H2O2, because remember what is the volume strength concept? You take 1 liter of H2O2, from that when the H2O2 is decomposed, how much volume of the oxygen STP you are getting. That is the way we will define the volume strength, correct? So we are taking 1 liter of the solution. You take 1 liter of the solution means what is the number of moles of H2O2 present in that, because the molarity is capital M, right? So what is the number of moles of H2O2 present in that, capital M. Okay, now you see 2 moles will give us 22.4 liters. M moles will give us how much? So what is it? 2 will give us 22.4. M will give us how much? It's a proportion question, right? What is it? Let us say it is X. What is it? X by 22.4 will be equal to what? M by 2. Means X will be equal to what? M by 2 into 22.4. Correct? So this is the volume in liters. This is the volume in liters that is going to be coming when 1 liter of this H2O2 is decomposed, because 1 liter of the H2O2 contains capital M moles of the H2O2. Okay, so look at this. What is the amount of oxygen at STP we will be able to get? It is what? 22.4 into M by 2. So 2 ones are 2, 11.2s are. What is it? 11.2 into M. M is what? Molarity. So this much liters of oxygen gas at STP is liberated from 1 liter of the H2O2 solution. So what we will say? We will say volume strength will be equal to what? If you take 1 liter means how many liters we are getting? 11.2 into capital M. These many liters are getting, right? So what is the volume strength formula? 11.2 into molarity. So this is what we need to remember. So what is the conversion? Volume strength is equal to what? 11.2 into molarity. So if somebody says a H2O2 solution is 1 molar like that, then what will be the volume strength? 11.2 just into 1. If somebody says the molarity is 2 molar H2O2 solution, then what will be the volume strength? 11.2 into, simply here we will get 2, that will be equal to what? 22.4. If somebody says 0.6 molar, means simply we will have to do what? Into 0.6 straight. So we got the formula, we have to remember it. Okay, using this we will be able to do the conversion. So this is how we will convert molarity into the volume strength. Okay, now we will look at the conversion of normality into the volume strength. But before we do that, right, we are going to do it just based upon this formula. Already we have a formula. What is it? Volume strength is equal to what? 11.2 into molarity. We are going to do that conversion by using this particular formula. You know why? Because already molarity for any solution, right, molarity and normality, right, they both are related. Molarity and normality, they both are what? Related. How they will be related? If you look at any substance, right, what is the number of moles of the substance? Number of moles is equal to what? Given mass by, what is the number of moles? Given mass by molar mass for any substance. Okay, and what is the number of equivalents? What is the number of equivalents? It will be equal to what? Given mass by the equivalent mass. What is it? Given mass by equivalent mass. What is this equivalent mass concept? It is dependent upon what type of substance we have. Like say you have a salt like NaCl, MgCl2, AlCl3, like that we have a salt. For the salt, right, what is the equivalent weight formula? Equivalent weight will be equal to what? Molecular weight divided by, here we will say Z. Z is the valency factor. Okay, what is the valency factor? The total charge on the cations, which will be also equal to total charge on the anions. You see NaCl, what is total positive charge on the cations? 1. Total negative charge on the anions will be 1. MgCl2 means total charge on the cations will be 2. Anions also, what will be the total charge? 2. AlCl3 also, total charge on the cations is what? 3. Anions, what is the total charge? 3. So we have to simply divide the molecular weight by that total charge on the cations, which will be equal to the total charge on the anions. Okay, Now when we look at this relation, right, here what we will see is that the number of moles and number of equivalents, they both will be related. How? Look at this in this particular formula, right? In place of equivalent weight, so look at this formula, number of equivalents is equal to what? Given mass by equivalent weight, right? In place of equivalent weight or equivalent mass, we will substitute molecular weight by Z. The Z will go to the numerator. Z will go to the numerator. So what we'll have? Given mass by molar mass is what? Number of moles. So number of moles into Z will come. So what is it? Number of equivalents is equal to what? Number of moles into Z. Okay. So this is an important relation. From here, what we are going to do is, we will see what will be the relation between the molarity and normality. Okay. Because what is molarity definition? Molarity is what? Number of moles of the solute present in 1 liter solution. What is the definition of molarity? What is the molarity definition? Molarity is what? Number of moles of the solute divided by volume of solution in liters. Okay. What is normality? Number of equivalents of the solute by volume of solution in liter. Denominator is same. Difference is coming where? In the numerator. Okay. Look at this. What is the number of equivalents means? Number of equivalents is what? Number of moles into Z. Number of equivalents is what? Number of moles into Z. So look at it. Normality, I'll write the relation here. Normality is equal to what? Number of equivalents by volume of solution liter. In place of number of equivalents, what I can write? I can write number of moles into Z divided by volume of solution in liter. What is the number of moles of solute by volume of solution in liter? This is molarity, right? So look at this, guys. Molarity into Z. So all these things we will be doing in the basic concepts of chemistry chapter, right? What is the relation? Normality is equal to what? For any solution, normality will be equal to what? Molarity into Z. What is the relation? Normality is equal to what? Molarity into Z. What is this Z? This Z is basically the valency factor. What is the Z? Valency factor. For a salt like NaCl, MgCl2, what is the valency factor we will choose? What is the formula for the valency factor? It is total charge on the cations, which will be of course equal to total charge on the anions. We will see that the Z value, right? Valency factor. For an acid, we will have a different approach to measure. For an acid, it is what? The number of H plus ions given by the acid. That is what is the Z value for the acid. For the base, we will generally take it as what? The number of OH minus ions that can be given by the base. Like that we will take. Okay. So we have discussed about that in the basic concepts of chemistry chapter. But here let us come back to our situation. We are trying to convert normality of that given H2O2 solution into volume strength. Okay. Already we have a formula. What is it? Volume strength is equal to what? 11.2 into molarity. Correct. Now look at it. H2O2, if we consider this like an ionic substance or salt, then you see we have 2 H plus ions, and the O2 overall, what is the charge on the O2? It is 2 minus peroxide ion. So the total cation charge is what? 2, and total anion charge is also what? 2. Here the anion is what? Peroxide ion. O2 overall 2 minus it will have. Okay. So if you consider H2O2 like an ionic substance, what we will have? We will have the total cationic charge will be equal to 2. Same will be the total anionic charge. Correct. Now we look at the valency factor Z. So what is the valency factor for a salt? Valency factor is what? The total charge on the cations, which will be equal to total charge on the anion. Correct. Now we will get it. What is it? The relation between normality and molarity. What is the relation? Normality is equal to molarity into valency factor. Correct. Already we did the derivation. What is the valency factor in this case? 2. What is the valency factor in this case? 2. Which means what? Normality is equal to molarity into 2. What is it? Normality is equal to molarity into 2. Otherwise, what we can write? Molarity is equal to normality by 2. Take the 2 to the left side. No. Normality by 2 will be equal to what? Molarity. Okay. Now we'll just take it as it is and substitute here in the equation. So what is it? Volume strength is equal to, already we have the formula. What is it? Volume strength is equal to 11.2 into molarity, right? In place of molarity, what are we putting? Normality by 2. 2 ones are 2, 5.6. So we got the formula. Volume strength is equal to what? 5.6 into normality. So here what are we doing? We did all those previous steps to tell how there is a relation between the molarity and normality. Ideally, if you would have understood that thoroughly in basic concepts, means we need not have to do that relation. But anyway, it will be like a sort of revision for you guys. Okay. So what is the formula? Volume strength is equal to what? 5.6 into normality. What is the relation between the volume strength and molarity? Volume strength is equal to what? 11.2 into molarity. Okay guys. So these two formulae we have to keep in mind. Next, we will go to the other conversion. What is it? The percentage strength. Percentage strength means what? It is weight by volume percentage. What is the percentage strength? Means what it is? Weight by volume percentage. We have to convert this into the volume strength. Always we are trying to convert everything into what? Volume strength. Okay. So look at this, as I said, right? Always we will begin with the base relation, the decomposition. Here the solution, right, that is given to us will be having some percentage strength. Let us say P. P is the symbol that we are using, like the way capital M we use for what? Molarity. So P represents what? The percentage strength of H2O2, like that, let us say. Then it means what? P grams of H2O2 is present in 100 ml. Correct or not? That is the percentage. When I say 40 percentage weight by volume, means what? 40 grams is present in 100 ml, like that. In 1 liter, because we are always looking for 1 liter H2O2 solution, right? 1 liter means what? 1000 ml. P grams is present in 100 ml. 1000 ml, how much will be present? 10 times of that. 1000 ml means what? 1 liter. So in 1 liter H2O2, what is the amount of 1 liter solution? What is the amount of H2O2 present? 10 times P grams. What is the molar mass of H2O2? 34. How? 2 hydrogens are there, 2 oxygens are there. 2 into 2 plus 2 into 16. 2 into 1 plus 2 into 16. Okay. Hydrogen is what? 1. Both the hydrogens together will be 2. Okay. So 2 into 1 plus 2 into 16. What is it? It will be 34. That is the molar mass of H2O2. Okay. Now we know the mass of H2O2, which is the 10 times P. We know the molar mass of H2O2. Can we find what is the number of moles? What is the formula for number of moles? Mass by the molar mass. 10 into P divided by 34. These many number of moles are present where? They are present in 1 liter of the solution. This is the number of moles present in where? 1 liter of the solution. All this is the conversion. All this is what? Conversion. Now let us come back to our main. 2 moles of H2O2 on decomposition gives 1 mole of O2. This is what we have seen in the previous. 1 mole of O2 at STP means what? 22.4 liters, because we are looking at what is the volume of oxygen gas produced at STP, correct? Now here, if you take 1 liter of H2O2 solution, what is the number of moles that is there? What is the number of moles present in 1 liter of the solution? 10 into P divided by 34, correct? What is it? 10 into P divided by 34. 2 moles gives 22.4. 10 P into 34 moles gives how much? Like proportion. 2 moles gives what? 22.4. Here 10 P divided by 34 gives how much? Let us say X. Then look at this guys. X by 22.4 is equal to what? 10 P by 34 into 2. That 10 P by 34 divided by 2. 2 also will be the denominator. Look at this. What is this totally? This is like 68. Okay, we are looking for the X value, right? So what will be the X value? We will take the 22.4 to the other side. So look at this guys. What are we going to get? It will be what? 22.4 into 10 P. Denominator what we will be having? We will be having denominator what we will be having? We will be having 2 into 34. Okay, so we are just doing the proportion. Now once we do it right, what are we having? Check it. We will do some cancellation. So what is the cancellation? 22.4 into 10, which is what? 224. Okay, denominator is what, 68. So 4 17s and 4 56, because 256 into 4 is what, 224. Okay, so denominator will have 56, so numerator will have 56, denominator will have what, 17. Okay, so there is already one more p in the numerator. So what is it? P into 56 by 17 liters. This much amount of oxygen is getting liberated at the STP conditions. Just proportion. After that only simplification. What is the amount? P into 56 by 17. Okay, here we don't need to do the division and then simplify. Let us keep it as it is. Okay, we'll keep it as what, P into 56 by 17 liters. This much amount of oxygen is liberated at the STP conditions. Now this is coming from where? It is coming from 1 liter, right? 1 liter of H2O2 solution means what? We got the formula. What is the formula? Volume strength is equal to what? 56 by 17 into P. P is what? Percentage strength. Here P is what? Percentage strength, which is the weight by volume percentage. We have to keep it in mind. P is what? Percentage strength means it is what? Weight by volume percentage. Okay, so these are the three formulae what we have. What are the three formulae? Just to recall, the volume strength is equal to what? It will be 11.2 into molarity, or 5.6 into normality, or 56 by 17 into percentage strength. Here when we say percentage strength, what is it? It is the weight by volume percentage. What is this? Is it the weight by volume percentage? Okay, so this is what is the conversion between the strength of H2O2 terms and molarity or normality. Okay, what we'll do is we'll quickly take a look at some questions. See, here when we are, as I said, when we are going to attempt the questions, we are not going to do all that calculation again, because we already did it. So we are going to remember the formula and then just going to substitute it. A certain sample of hydrogen peroxide is 1.5 molar. It is labeled as X volumes. Calculate the value X. What is it? What is the formula we have? Volume strength is equal to what? They have given us the molarity. 1.5 molar means what? Molarity is given. What is the formula? Volume strength is equal to what? 11.2 into molarity, right? Which is what? 11.2 into 1.5. Check it, guys, how much it is going to be? 16.8. So when we are labeling it as X volumes, how much you are going to label it as? 16.8 volumes. That is how we will be labeling. So if you remember the formula, means this way we will be able to easily solve the questions. I'll show you one more question. Even in the JEE or NEET, right, when we get questions, you are going to get questions like this only. Calculate the strength of 10 volume solution of hydrogen peroxide. So when they say calculate the strength, they're asking in terms of what? Weight by volume strength. Because remember, already what is given here? Volume strength is given. Remember what is given? Volume strength is given, right? They're saying 10 volume solution of hydrogen peroxide. Further, they're asking us to find the strength. Means what they're asking us? They're asking us to find what is the weight by volume strength. Okay, again we know the formula. What is it? Volume strength is equal to 56 by 17 into percentage strength. This is what we have to find. This is what we have to find. So what is it? Volume strength into the 17 will go to the numerator, that side, left side, divide by 56. This is what is the percentage strength in terms of weight by volume. So what is the volume strength given us? 10 volumes. So 10 into 17 by 56. What is it? 170 by 56. Approximately it will be what? 3. Approximately what is it going to be? 3% weight by volume. Okay, so this is a very standard question. If you take a 10 volume solution of hydrogen peroxide, what will be the weight by volume strength of that? It's a very standard question. What is the weight by volume strength of it? 3%. Like some people even remember this, like 10 volumes means 3%, 5 volumes means it becomes what? 1.5. like that they will be able to do the conversion. Instead of remembering the original formula, right, they will even remember this one. 10 volumes means 3%, 20 volumes means 6%, 5 volumes means 1.5%. Just using the proportion you can get the conversions. Okay guys, So this is what is about the strength of hydrogen peroxide solution.